Hello folks, welcome to my YouTube channel. I bought a top fan, well Bobby bought me a top fan 10-gallon tank for my 3 tetras. I got 3 little tetras in here. They didn't have a home. And so Bobby and I talked it over, and he decided that he was going to go ahead and get me another 10-gallon tank. I had to take them out of that one 10-gallon tank because, they were picking around at the mystery snails and pulling their antennas off. In case you're wondering who that picture is up there, folks, that's my husband's daughter. He lost her back in 2006 from a car accident. I'll be right back. I'm going to get a chair to sit in, folks. For anybody that tells you that tetras are easy-going fish, folks, don't count on it, because reason being, I had I think I had 4 of them, and they bit the tail off of one of them, and it's dead now. And now I got 3. But I was thinking about getting 2 more, but I don't know if you could put 6 of them in a 10-gallon tank or not. What I'll probably do is I'll probably check with the, pet shop and see if you can. But see, it's one of them bubble walls, folks. And what I liked about it, it don't have that, the pipe that comes down in the filter up here. It doesn't have that. I guess it's a new technology thing. I'm having to bend down because I'm sitting in this office chair, folks. But yeah, I was thinking about putting them in with the guppies, but I'm afraid they'll bite their tails off too, so I didn't put them in there. But as you can see back there on the bubble wall, it's got those lights that they kind of like change colors down in the bottom of it. And I think it's awesome. It's got a controller on it, with how you want the bubbles. You can put them red or blue. But I think that's awesome. And I also took this little plant out of my corridors because they were eating the plant up, and it had already gotten up to about that tall, and they ate it all up, folks, and that's what's left of it. But I mean, it grows back. It's just going to take it a little while to grow back. They've got it all ragged out where they've been chewing on it and stuff. But I wanted to bring you in here and show you that. I thought that was pretty, I like fish. They're very relaxing, and this tank over here at nighttime really lights up. And that's not cycled, folks. That's not a cycled tank, but those tetras are making it. So it makes me kind of wonder, when they talk about you can't put fish in an uncycled tank. Well, there they are, folks. And they're doing fine. And some people say that you can't feed the fish, till the tank does cycle. I gave them some food today, and they're still doing fine, folks. Because, I wait like maybe every 2 to 3 days and feed them to try to keep the tanks from getting ammonia built up in them and stuff. But I give them just enough to, you know, I go by however many fish that I got in there, and that's how much food I put in. I try to put in enough that I think that they're going to eat it up real quick so it don't sit on the bottom. Because I don't want none of them bladder snails in there, folks. If you put one of them bladder snails in there, they will start breeding. And the first thing you know, you'll have them all over the tank. And I don't like them things, folks, because they get up in the filter and stop the filter up. And then you got to clean the snails out of the filter. And I just think it's a lot better being without them. And I keep my mystery snails by themselves. I've got 3 of them over there in a 10-gallon aquarium too as well. And they're doing really good. I feed them almost every day. They eat an algae tablet, and then I give them a couple of those little bottom feeder pellets. I give them anywhere from 4 to maybe 4 or 5 of those little pellets, and they eat them up. And also, I got a snail catcher in my tank over there with my mystery snails, because them bladder snails hitched a ride on that thing, and you know, before you knew it, they exploded and got all over the tank. So I'm trying to get them out of there. I had to do that one time over here in my 20-gallon tank. And ever since I got rid of them out of there, I haven't had no problems with them over there. But I tell you, them things, they are, you know, they are a good cleanup crew and everything, but as fast as they breed, they will have your tank overwhelmed with them. And I got a money wart plant up here. That thing always gets those little strings that hang down. And then there's this up here, those, them things are so, them flowers up there, folks, they're so short that you can't keep them in the bottom part down here. So I just let them be a floating plant. But I wanted to get in here and share this with you folks, because I really do think this tank is awesome. And I would say that this filter here is probably new technology. They're coming up with something different so you don't have to fool with the intake part that goes down there where you put the sponge at. That sponge can be a real headache sometimes, because if it fills up with a lot of debris and stuff like that, it stops up the filters and makes them stop running correctly. So, and I put a little bit of that sand down in the bottom for the tetras. I was keeping them in a little plastic tote. I went to Rose's and bought them a little plastic tote. And I guess my husband felt sorry for them, so he decided that he was wanting to get me something for Mother's Day, so he decided to get me the Tetra tank. And I'm thinking about getting 3 more of them. I hope it's not too small. But they seem to be doing okay. Have to be careful about them stressing out, though. Because they're just about like guppies. They get stressed out real easy. So you just have to be careful with them. But I really like that bubble wall, folks. I think that's awesome. It kind of looks like a little upside down waterfall. You know, with lights in it. But I don't think the tetras will bother moss that I got in there right now. So I figured that that would be a safe place for the moss. And this big tank here that's sitting next to it, folks, I thought about putting that moss in there too, but I don't want to get none of them assassin snails down in my tank over here with my tetras. The only reason I got my assassin snails is because they was overwhelmed with those bladder snails, and I wanted to get rid of them. So, and they do a good job. They're getting rid of them. But as you can see, I've got string algae over here in the corner of my big tank. It's right here. But I got a bunch of little guppies up here in the corner. And there's my big guppies. And you might be able to see them bladder snails, I don't know. They're all over this right here, but the assassin snails come out and they kill them sometimes. But I just wanted to get on here and share this with you folks, and I hope you have a nice evening and a blessed evening too. You got this, folks. You're awesome. Bye-bye.